So if there was one thing that you could do to become a better artist, just one thing, that's what I've been asked. One thing, what would it be, Kieron? What would it be? The answer to that is very, very simple. Very, very, very easy answer to that. Turn off your phone. Turn it off. Turn off your iPad. Turn off your telephone. Put it on the side. And use it when you need it. During that time, get out a sketchbook. Get out a notebook. Get out some bundle of paper and just start doodling and drawing. And at the end of that day, you will already feel better. At the end of 1 week, you'll be impressed. By the end of a month, if you could turn your phone off for 1 month, you'd be amazing. Think about it. All that energy, all that time spent on your drawing and your thinking. It'd be incredible. Why don't you try it? 1 day. Turn off your phone. 1 day. And see how good you become. Let me know. Let's do some drawing. So, are you up for the challenge? Can you turn off your device for 1 day? Just 1 day. Just turn it off. See what happens. All these people that are writing to me and asking me, how can I become a better artist? How? What can I do? That's the perfect answer. Turn it off. Just turn it off. All this time, as soon as you wake up in the morning, first thing you do is you grab your telephone, don't you? The first thing you do is grab your telephone. What's happening in the world? Has Billy the Two Socks got some kind of new song or whatever? All that silliness. All that silliness. All that stuff that doesn't matter to your life. You know, you're seeing somebody who can wash her clothes faster and all this type of rubbish, and you got somebody who's got a new single out. Well, it doesn't matter. It'll all be there when you come back. It'll all be there when you come back after a couple of hours of drawing and doodling. Maybe you could do it like in the middle of the day when you're having your lunch. You could turn on your telephone. See if the world has missed you. See if you've missed any dramas in Guatemala or some other place you don't know too much about. Because you're getting all this nonsense in your head, and you could be drawing. You could be doodling that thing that you've always wanted to do. You could be learning that, whatever it is. You know, the amount of time you spend on your phone every single day. You could have learned Spanish or whatever, Chinese. Why not? I'm sure most of you probably spend a couple of hours every day waiting for the bus on your phone. Waking up in the morning on your phone. Getting out of the shower, grab for your phone. You know? I know it. I know it. In many cases I'm just as bad as everybody else. But I'm trying. I'm trying so hard to switch it off. Wouldn't that be cool? Wouldn't you be amazed at all the things that you could do? You know, you've always wanted to do that. Learn how to do some watercolors. Wouldn't that be amazing if you could? Wouldn't that be absolutely amazing if you could? You know, these devices are there to grab your attention. My video is there to grab your attention. You know, they're constantly saying, oh, the beginning of your video needs to be like fast and splashy, quick, dynamic, set fire to your head or something, you know. It's like, and that's all just to grab your attention. Whereas now I'm actually telling you the opposite. Go away! Go! Go and get your sketch pad out. Go and get some drawing done. And after one day, look at what you've done. One day! And see all the magic that you've created. All the incredible thoughts you've come up with. Just by using your brain. Not switching it off and watching the news about some place that you don't even know anything about. How incredible would that be? I think it would be amazing. You know, I've found that, like, especially now, like with things like TikTok, it's like, I don't even know what I'm watching. You know, I'm watching about some guy who's got a skateboard and he's doing some stunts. You know, I don't know anything about skateboards. Why am I watching it? You know, but I'm sucked into it. The whole drama of this world has been that we are being sucked in and pulled along to watch rubbish. When we could actually be doing something ourselves. Now what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to mix up a couple of things. I'm trying to mix up some kind of rodent and some kind of bird was what my inevitable result. It wasn't my goal, but I just wanted to get my fingers all inky. But really, you think of the amount of time that you spend on your telephone or on your device, and it is quite shocking. You know, when it comes up to you know, one of the things I've found with TikTok and things like that is that once you're on there, there's no clocks. You know, so you might be on there 15 minutes or something, but then when you look, it's like 3 days have passed, you know. I mean, how just incredible is that? That you can kind of, time just disappears. You're watching one little video, then another little video, and you know, and all these people around the country are thinking about how can I keep your attention to watch. You know, today I don't have a drawing, so today I'm gonna dance. You know, well, that's my video clip. Okay, did somebody watch it? Yeah, 700 people. 700 people watched me do some kind of little jig. Why? Why? Have you nothing better to do? Have you got no art to be getting on with? Yes, you do. You got lots of art to be getting on with. And that's the thing. It's like, you know, when you wake up in the morning and you grab your phone, wake up in the morning and have like a little notepad next to where you have your coffee and your tea and your crumpets or whatever, your croissants. You know, have a little notepad there and just open the notepad and just draw a little thought, you know. Maybe you could even remember part of a dream that you had and kind of do some drawing for that. And dreams are an amazing kind of subject to be drawing anyway. They really are. I had a dream the other night about being attacked by this dog and dragged off into the forest. And it would have been a fantastic drawing, you know. Maybe even an oil painting or something. Quite a cute little face on him. Right, so I've got to think of some feet now. It's kind of like when you see the kind of, you know, the duck-billed platypus or something like that. It's kind of like makes you think, wow, how did it become like that, you know? Did at some point in time two very different animals kind of fall in love and get jiggy? Lovely. A very cute face on him. I do like his face. Very, very cute. So yeah, if you want to be a better artist, give it more time. The same as anything, you know. If you want to be a better violin player, give it some more time. Make time for it, you know. You can't become something without giving it some time, giving it some energy, giving it some love, you know. And I would really, really, really love to see some people changing their habits of this modern crazy world. You know, it's like the world has changed so much since people have had a mobile phone. What did we do before that? We had a life. We did things. I definitely know that I played a lot more mandolin in the days before mobile phones came along. Now I sit and watch a lot of people play mandolin. You know what I mean? So you're probably watching me but not doing any drawing. So go away and go and turn it off. Go away. Go and do some drawing. Go on. And it is very, very difficult, even, you know, as you grow up and you have kids and you know, you've got a wife and you've got a kid and you've got a job and you've got a pet kangaroo or whatever you've got, you know. It's like life becomes difficult, you know. Even like having Mr. Miro, it's like every day I've got to take him for a walk, and you know. And I would be lost without him, for sure. But you know, and it's also one of those type of things. Well, if you had more time. Well, if you had more time, would you draw more? If, you know, if the king of time turned around and said, okay, every day now we're going to have 27 hours a day, would you sit down and do more drawing? Or would you waste away another 3 hours watching somebody juggling monkeys or something, you know? Which is what we're doing at the moment. We're all kind of watching these strange things. The one thing that's kind of got me at the moment is people are doing these 3D Yetis. And it's kind of like all kind of like funny situations for Mr. Yeti and his friend. And it's like, it's very funny, but you know, once you've watched 2 or 3 of them, you know kind of what the other 300 are going to be like, you know. So why are you watching them all, you know? And all that time that you've spent. You could be spending on you. All the time you're wasting on your telephone device, your iPad device, your whatever device. You could spend that time on you. All of it on you and making yourself better. How beautiful would that be? That would be beautiful. Now, obviously everybody has got their job, but try not to use it as an excuse. Okay? And you've got your kids and whatever, you know. Kids are a delight anyway. Kids are amazing. The one thing I would never regret in my life is having my kids. My kids are just absolutely incredible. In fact, my daughter is somewhere in Amsterdam at the moment. She's traveled all the way up from France. She went to Paris with her boyfriend and they've traveled around. And it's just beautiful to watch her growing up and experiencing the world. It's just amazing. And then next year she's off to Korea, South Korea, for a year to study. And she's already learning Korean, you know. It's like that's the amazing thing about these young kids. These young kids have got so much intelligence, so much amazing abilities. You know, I struggled to learn French when I was at school. It was like, you know, I couldn't quite get the idea of why I would need to learn French. You know, why would I need to learn French? And then, you know, the first girl you fall in love with is a French girl, and the first country that you go to visit is France, and all your best friends at Disney are all French, and you think, wow, wasted chance. And you know, so now I'm trying to kind of tell you, take this chance, take these moments and use it for you. Do something for you today. Do something really special for you today. And that is my little kind of rat seagull, I'm going to call him. He's a rat gull. The rat seagull. Alright, so we've got a rat gull. Rat sea rat. Sea rat sounds a bit funny, doesn't it? And there is our beautiful, beautiful, beautiful drawing. I'm really, really happy with that one. So please, 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 if you do go and do something for yourself today, tell me what you did. Send me a message and say, guess what, Kieron, I did a watercolor painting. Or, you know, even if you didn't get to do the thing, but you went and got all those oil paints out, those acrylic paints out from the box, and you put them on your table, and you're going to do something when you next get a moment. But that already is saying, I will, you know. So, your inspiration is the rat seagull, the rat gull, the rat gull. So that is your inspiration. I hope you have a fantastically beautiful day and go and do something amazing for you, okay? Today's all about you. So go and do something for you today. And please come and tell me all about it. What did you do? What did you get up to? I want to know. Alright? So, thank you very much for watching my drawing today. And I hope it gives you some inspiration to go and make yourself better. And I will see you all tomorrow. See you soon. Bye-bye.